I've never heard that, but that's the origin of cap. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look.
There's a principle that
Right.
we have to follow.
Yeah.
We have to have.
Be true to yourself. You don't have.
And when I came back, the place was a mess. So I knew I was missed.
Deep in here now. Now
It's
deep.
incredible. I love it.
Me
That's
too.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And applying the recovery, I thought. What's up, everybody out there on planet Earth? It's your favorite recovery Martian. Back in, why do I keep saying I want to do a Marshall? Maybe it's because I miss Marshall. Shout out to Marshall.
Yeah, it's a Marshall.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know. That's like the third time I've done that. Your favorite recovery Martian, back from Recovery Central, 2300 Dumbarton Road, the McShin Foundation, man. And speaking of planet Earth and peace on Earth and goodwill to men, here at the McShin Foundation, we'd like to extend a very happy holidays. Wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, happy holidays, people.
Yeah, we're checking in with y'all today, man, in the holiday season and in the spirit of the holidays. We want to celebrate, just because you're in recovery or early recovery, it doesn't mean it has to be all doom and gloom. We can celebrate some wins. And if you're in recovery, you definitely can celebrate a win. There's a lot to be grateful for. Sometimes we can't always see it in the moment, but if we have made that decision to find a new way of life, then there's about 30 things I can think of to be grateful for in that little scenario. How about you, Steve?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's so much to be thankful for.
And speaking of something to be thankful for, man, we're joined by a very special guest today, man. I consider him a friend. He's a colleague. I've got to watch some of his recovery journey. He's got to watch some of mine. We've been in the thick of things for some years now, going on 3 that I've known Terry, man.
He's seen the whole thing.
Yeah, he's seen the whole thing, man, from beginning to the end. We want to spotlight him a little bit, man, because his recovery journey has a lot of hope in it. It has a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of wins, a lot of successes. Hey, I know the word I'm looking for.
Perseverance.
Perseverance.
Yes.
It has a lot of commitment and perseverance in there, man. So I'm not going to tell your story for you, but introduce yourself for us, Terry.
My name is Terry Duffy. I am a staff member in residence of the McShin Foundation. I'm a very proud staff member. I earned my shirt recently, and I'm just overwhelmed, delighted.
Delighted and overwhelmed. Terry, how long you been at the McShin Foundation?
A little over 3 years.
3-piece chicken nugget.
3-piece.
11/29, 23.
Yeah, commitment and perseverance.
22.
Yeah, right after I started.
22.
Yeah.
That's a long little piece, man. What brought you to the McShin Foundation originally?
Desperation, bro.
Desperation.
I came in 2019.
Yeah. What happened then?
Tried to beat a court case.
Yeah.
And I was here for the wrong reasons. So
did you beat it?
I did.
So you were here for the right reasons.
Yeah, but I wasn't quite ready for recovery, so I stumbled and I went back out.
Had a little stumble. Needed some more research and development. And then how long did you stay out?
Oh, about 15 months.
Oh wow! Had a lot of research left.
My late girlfriend and I got an apartment and proceeded to go right off the rails, pal.
Yeah,
right off the rails.
And I'm gonna circle the wagons back because you do speak about your late girlfriend a lot. If I'm correctly, she passed away from the disease.
Well, she passed away from pneumonia, but was a cumulative effect of substance use disorder. Yeah, it was smoking many substances over many years. She had COPD and was prone to pneumonia.
Yeah,
and I would often get her to the hospital because I would recognize the signs. But she was in another recovery house because she had left McShin, and we spoke on the phone for 2 days, and she said she was ill, and she sounded ill. And on the third day, I was going to encourage her or get over there and take her to the hospital. And I got a call from the Richmond Police Department, said she passed away. But she died with a rescue inhaler in hand, and not her crack pipe, but a rescue inhaler.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know. It's been some years now, but sometimes she's still fresh on your mind. It seems like.
We were together 17 years.
Oh,
We were friends, and we definitely had our ups and downs and ins and outs and separations, but we always ended up back together. We loved each other very much. As dysfunctional as it was at times, we loved each other very much. And I miss her.
yeah, yeah. And I can see where, particularly around this time of year, even though you talk about her throughout the year, but sometimes, I mean, that's true for me too. I think about people that have passed away more on Christmas time. It's something about Christmas. I mean,
Yeah, it brings that stuff up.
yeah, maybe the tradition of it, or you start getting in a family frame of mind, or
Right.
yeah, it's a weird season here. That for that right there. But yeah, sorry for your loss, Terry. And also, was that a catalyst to bring you back the second time? Because you said that was your first time. You came for not the recovery purposes.
No, Amy and I came back together, and we had run out all of our resources. I got my second DUI. I lost my job. I lost my livelihood. I was delivering pizzas. The car was broken down. My license was gone. And we had no money and no resources, and eviction notices piling up on the door of the apartment, and the electricity was cut off, and we had gas heat. So I would warm up a little water and put it in the bath. I would boil water and put it in a bathtub, and we would take little bird baths.
I know.
And
isn't it amazing what we'll keep continuing to do before
it really is.
we throw the white flag up?
Yep.
We have one more out. The gas is still on.
Yeah.
Resourcefulness.
Eating pasta with no salt, no butter, no oil.
Who needs it?
Just pasta and water.
It's overrated.
Yeah, it's overrated, man.
You missed the true flavor.
Beans I'd never heard of before. What kind of bean is this?
It doesn't matter.
Garbanzo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, she said, "What are we going to do?" I said, "We're going to go home. We're going to go home." And so we came home, and fortunately, we were both offered programs
Here.
here at McShin. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I never looked back. After 45 years of debauchery and decadence and drug and alcohol use, I never looked back from that time on.
Yeah. And so she was here with you for a certain amount of time, and then she had a little bit more research to do.
Yeah, she had a little more to do, but she didn't stay out long. She realized her mistake, and she went into another rehab, into another IPO, and then into another recovery house.
But this time, and something was different this time because you didn't follow her this time.
No, I didn't go. I said, "No, I'm not going. No, not going with you."
You have gotten to that. You just got to that point. I was, Terry, and I don't mean to get off subject, and we're going to continue on down that journey, but I always like sometimes wonder, and I get the answer from certain people too, like, what is that main ingredient? What is that one thing that finally makes it where like I'm all in? What's that factor? Can you put a finger on it? What it was for you?
It was a cumulative effect for me, I think. I had a really long run.
Yeah.
And I was tired of the lifestyle. I encourage younger people. I'm always like, don't wait till you're my age to get it right. Get it right while you still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
To get your life on track.
Yeah. Well, even if they are your age, still come in and get your life on track.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's never too late. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I did a lot of drugs over a lot of years.
Yeah, man. Oftentimes the answer that I get to that question, and you weren't too far off. You were just tired of the lifestyle. You were done. And some people say the pain has gotten great enough.
And the consequences of your actions just aren't worth it anymore.
Yeah.
I wasn't having fun. There's your answer.
Yeah.
I wasn't having fun anymore.
Yeah. So I've heard this saying too, that, that like drugs had to be fun at some point or we wouldn't have done them. Right. So they say first it's fun and then it's fun with problems. And then it's just problems.
Yep.
Like no salt on your spaghetti or eating some random mystery bean.
Exactly.
With no lights or no hot water, and I've been in that situation too. It's just no fun, but it is weird because the disease will blind you a little bit. Like you're still like, I'm still good. All the lights could be cut off, and like I'm not all the way at the bottom yet.
Until the misery overrides the good things.
Yeah, and in that case, I can see where the pain getting great enough is a good thing. Where pain can be a good teacher. You know, like I'm done with this. So you come on back in, man. Did you hit the ground running? Did you have a rocky start when you came back to the McShin Foundation?
Yeah, it was rough. I at first I had to learn acceptance. That was a big first lesson for me, and it came in the form of being in a recovery house and feeling that I didn't belong here. I was too good to be here. I'm better than this, and and I actually expressed that. I actually verbalized that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. And
people must have loved you in the recovery.
I've been accused of being arrogant before,
entitled.
Yeah. That's, and
isn't that strange too? That the disease does that too.
Oh yeah, it tells you
you just came from eating mystery beans.
I'm better than these.
You know what I mean? I'm so much better than y'all.
I swear. And somebody very, very, very calmly pointed out, without getting excited or animated, said, "But you're here."
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. I was like, blah 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 blah. And he said, "But you're here." And I said, blah 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 blah. And he said, "But you're here." And that was my first lesson in acceptance. That in fact I was here, and I needed to accept that fact. I put myself here, and now I have to cope with it.
Yeah.
And
how many months had you been here before that came around? A year, a month?
No. That was within a couple of months.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that was the late Brian Merritt. Unfortunately, he had passed. He taught me a lot about acceptance.
Yeah, man.
It was the first thing I had to learn in recovery.
Yeah, and it is like one of the first spiritual principles of some of the pathways, honesty and acceptance, man. Accepting that, hey, I might not be what I think I am. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also accepting the fact that, hey, I can't use anymore, and I'm not, the ego and low self-esteem, they trick your mind. It's one of the devil's favorite tools, probably, So after a couple months, then what'd you start doing? Kind of like take us through that first year of progression, man. For anybody new in recovery listening, like this can be some of the things that you're faced with mentally, when you come into and you know what? It's some of the things that can drive you out of recovery. You make a mistake thinking like, this isn't for me. I'm above this. This ain't the answer before you even get to the answers. Right?
I'm not one of these people.
Yeah, I'm not one of these people. I'm not there yet. I know, man. It is funny. I deserve the Betty Ford claim. You know what I mean? And then you'll get there and you'll be like, what is this? It's all the same.
And they're all like, we're not one of those people.
Yeah, one of those, Yeah, it's a way to separate yourself, to judge instead of identifying. Right. Yeah, I mean, that's a key ingredient to this disorder, I found, man. So you get
I was depressed. I went through a great deal of depression. Thank God for the VA hospital where I got treatment from, and I got on antidepressants and I got help. I didn't have a job. I had worked previously. Now, if we go back years, I worked, I don't want to say where I worked or what field I worked in, but I worked at the professional level, and I made a lot of money.
Was it a strip club?
I wouldn't. Amy worked at a strip club when she was younger, but I wouldn't. That song, "I'm in Love with a Stripper."
Yeah. Great song.
That was me.
Get your thoughts together, Terry. You say stripper, and all circuits go.
We've sidelined it.
Yeah. All circuits went haywire.
Thanks everybody for joining us.
Yeah.
I went through a period of profound depression and had to get on antidepressants and didn't know what I was going to do for a living. That's why I brought that up. I couldn't go back to my old career anymore. I had kaput with that. I lost my professional license and wasn't getting it back.
Yeah.
I didn't have a license and didn't have the money for an automobile. My license suspended for 3 years for the second DUI. So I couldn't go back to even delivering pizzas. So I didn't know what I was going to do. My skill set wasn't in line with anything that was realistic for me to do. So I was very depressed and didn't know what I was going to do for a living or where I was going to go with my life. But I just knew that I couldn't go backwards. Using drugs and alcohol was not an option.
Yeah.
Being homeless on the streets and panhandling for money was not an option. Going to my sister and begging her for a place to live, which she would have given me, was just not an option. My pride wouldn't let me do that. And, and she probably would not have enabled me. She would have helped me, but as long as I was in active addiction, they weren't going to enable me. They're not that kind of people. They're very helpful, but they know about the disease.
Yeah.
So I got on antidepressants and I beat the pavement and got a job washing dishes at a local restaurant that I could walk to. Didn't have to ride a bus, didn't have to bum a ride. I could walk to and from. And so that's what I proceeded to do for 2 long years.
Yeah, well, I mean, it only takes that one opportunity though, but I can see that because you brought up age a couple times, and there's a lot of fear associated with that too. I'm sure I've felt it myself, at my age, and we're not that far off. And just like I'm starting all over at this.
Right?
Yeah, I'm embarking on a new journey.
It's too late for all
Yeah,
this.
now I have to learn like all new things.
Yep.
Like you question yourself.
It was intimidating.
All right.
And they were reluctant to hire me. I could tell they were reluctant to hire me. And some people from the McShin Foundation who worked there kept encouraging them to hire me, and they did. And they would give me a shift, and then they gave me 2 shifts, and then I kept showing up, and they gave me 3 shifts, and I kept showing up, and then I
and now they've hired a few McShin people after you. I can think of another one too. Shout out to Mission Barbecue, man. Like, awesome. I love that place, man.
It's really good.
Yeah. Oh, did you not want me to say the name?
It's quite all right.
It was a different place.
It was Mission Barbecue.
It was a different place.
Yeah.
No, I'm grateful to Mission Barbecue. They treated me well.
Man, you better turn up and shout them out, man. That's awesome, bro. I used to love coming in there and seeing you and old Howard, man, and getting some sandwich cards, man. Damn, that place is awesome.
Yeah.
I try to get there right at 12 o'clock. The national anthem goes off.
Wow.
Every shift I was out there.
Yeah.
We all go up front with y'all.
And all my friends that go there with me, we all have a different way of, because some people are, when the national anthem is going down, is hands down. Some people are hand over the heart. Some people go full out salute.
Yeah.
Some people go like 2 hands behind the back,
Some people don't get out of their chair. I always have a growl under my breath.
Yeah, because it's so veteran friendly. And you said that you were a veteran too, Terry. What branch of the military were you in?
The United States Air Force from 1982 to 1986.
Oh man, thank you for your service, man.
Quite welcome.
The Air Force, man. Usually you gotta be like really intelligent to go into the Air Force, don't you? They might have had different rules back there.
It's for different times.
Yeah, man.
I scored well on the ASVAB.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, yeah. He has a brain, a couple brain cells left. Hang on, right, man. Yeah, but that's a good run. You did the whole 4 years.
I did do the whole 4 years, and I went in, and I wanted to leave quickly. I had been doing a lot of drinking and a lot of drugging, and I felt like my life was going nowhere. I dropped out of college, and I said, I want to do something. I got to make a change. And they said, well, you can't come in right away. We have to reserve you a job. And you did really well on your ASVAB. So you could be this, or you could be that, or you could be this, but you have to wait 3, 6, 9 months. I said, no, I want to go. And so a security police job was open. They had an emergency need for security police. So at 19 years old, they put a gun in my hand, and I walked around a B-52 loaded with nuclear weapons, and was told to shoot anybody that came near it.
Yeah.
And I said,
it's awesome.
do you screen people before you let them in? You know who I am?
Yeah.
Apparently they did.
Yeah, man, that's awesome too. What's your Air Force base? Was that Andrews Air Force Base?
All basic training is Lackland Air Force Base.
Oh, Lackland, yeah.
Yes. And then I went to a closed base in Arkansas called Blytheville. Then I got to go to Korea for a year to Osan Air Base, Republic of Korea.
Awesome.
And then I spent 15 months on the hot little island of Guam at Anderson Air Force Base.
Yeah, hot as in the weather or the scenery?
Oh, hot as in humid, like a wet, moist blanket being thrown over you.
Yeah. Oh, really, man?
I thought it would be like Hawaii, but it was
tropics.
Almost as bad as here.
It's like the jungle. Yeah, in August.
Oh, there's jungle. Yeah, plenty of jungle. And anyway, I had a great time, but I got out. I was young and dumb. One of my regrets is not staying in and making a career out of it because I enjoyed it. But I was young and dumb and kind of bored with it all.
And you had your whole life in front of you, and I get it, man. I often hear that from people too. I wish I would have stayed in a little longer. My uncle always was like, "You should go in; it'll make a man." I wish I would have listened. Yeah, I get it, man. But you never know either. But yeah.
My goal was to do 4 years and not get kicked out. I got in a little trouble for drinking. I did a lot of drinking. I didn't do any drugging, but I did a lot of drinking. It was encouraged. It was
Yeah.
tolerated, and I got in a little
It
trouble.
was the
for
80s,
drinking.
you know what I mean?
It was the 80s.
Yeah, that was a different time.
Yeah, it was a different time, man.
It
You
really
know,
was.
that's when they still had like, you know, lighters in the car. You know, like
Yeah,
the
oh,
car
yeah.
came with like an
Ashtray.
ashtray,
Yeah.
hot lighter.
A beer holder.
Yeah, man. Like the like kids weren't in seatbelts. Your seatbelt was your mom's arm, like
No
going
such
over
thing.
you. Yeah, dude.
They hadn't invented seatbelts.
Yeah, they didn't even need them, man. I remember riding around in the car in the 80s.
Laying
I was
down
all in
back
the
window,
dashboard and in the back
yeah,
window.
in
Yeah,
the back
yeah.
window.
dude.
Babies strapped to the hood.
Yeah, it's Gen X stuff, man. This stuff's totally regular, man.
Exactly.
It's just normal back then, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those were the days.
Those were the days.
Those
bro.
were the days, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother got pulled over for crashing the car drunk, and a police officer said, "Is this your car?" He says, "No, sir, it's my dad's car." He said, "Well, I guess you're in enough trouble."
Yeah. Oh
So,
man.
better-
Oh,
better
see,
call
man.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a totally different DUI laws back then, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they liked his shirt. They're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Because you know the cars were made like tanks back then. You know what I mean? You could very safely like have a
run
DUI
into a
here
brick
and there.
wall.
Yeah,
get a
yeah, and
DUI.
survive.
It was just
It's true.
Didn't even need the seatbelt
No.
because of that. Yeah, these things were fortified, bro.
Plus, it was Western Pennsylvania.
Oh
and,
man,
yeah, in the 70s.
that's Amish country, ain't it?
No, that's steel country. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like Amish though. A little bit.
I never thought that.
Yeah.
It's my ridiculous little beard.
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, you did the shave right there. Yeah, right there on the end, a little scoop on the end.
All right,
Yeah.
now I see it.
Yeah, now I see it. You see it now?
How red is my face?
Yeah,
right
man.
now?
No, you're doing good, man. We did your makeup before you came on here, man. Looking good, man. Pristine condition.
I can't believe we have a makeup department.
Yeah, I know,
Crazy.
dude.
It's crazy.
I know, man. Thank you, donors. And Terry's face thanks you, and we thank you for Terry's face.
Yep,
That blush.
right?
Yeah. So, all right, compose yourself.
You're hilarious.
Yeah. So Terry, the first 2 years of recovery at the McShin Foundation, the recovery house, it's kind of one day after another.
I went to meetings. I surrounded myself with people who were sober and had good attitudes, avoided people with the bad attitudes, and I walked to work and did my job and walked back every day. And on days that I felt, because when I got the job, I was super excited, super happy because
Yeah.
nobody was hiring me. You know, you mentioned kind of hinted at ageism earlier,
Yeah.
getting older. I wasn't getting any hits, and I felt like maybe I was a little too old. People were shying away from me,
Trying to put you out to pasture.
and even Mission Barbecue was reluctant. But when I kept showing up, they kept giving me more shifts, and when I kept doing my job and showing up, they gave me more shifts. And then they learned to or came to really like me
Yeah.
and treat me well, and I like them very much. But on days where I felt really sorry for myself or felt really bad, I just remembered that first day how excited I was that I had the job. that I
Yeah.
got the job. I was
How
like, I got
grateful
the
you
job,
were
I
for
got
just the
job,
opportunity, right?
and didn't have to ride 3 buses. I've known people who've come through McShin, successful people now who have gone on to get college degrees, gone on to get very high-paying jobs. Started out riding 3 buses for an hour and a half to work
Yeah.
to do similar menial labor, and 3 hours or 3 buses and an hour and a half back
Yeah,
every
man.
night. you
Yeah.
know, and persevered through that. And that is the word. John likes to throw that word around when he brings me up.
Yeah. Perseverance.
Perseverance.
Yeah, I can see that. And I love the way you started implementing gratefulness too. Like you practice it. Like anytime you got self-pity or in complaining or woe is me type situation, you revert it right back to gratefulness. The feeling that you felt when you first got the opportunity, and that's gratefulness. That's the feeling you felt, right? So
Absolutely.
So then you just started
Absolutely.
practicing it. I love that, man. And you gave anybody that's listening out there coming thinking about recovery or coming into recovery, you gave them a good piece just now. You know that you gave them a playbook of what you did. You just kept grinding away. You kept going to meetings. You surrounded yourself with positive people. You got to, man, because it can become negative. People can, and I've been guilty of this too. Get into a negative frame of mind. I want to switch that to optimism. I've never gotten good results by just stewing in negativity, right?
Absolutely.
And that is something that we can choose to do. That is something that we have a choice and some power over, right? Whether to have a negative or a positive outlook. and to catch ourselves when we're in negativity and do like Terry does, man, and put some gratefulness on it, man, and switch that negative, turn that frown upside
Turn
down.
that frown upside down. It
Yep.
sounds cliche, but it's true. There's I have a thing on my wall downstairs. 8 tricks. What am I trying to say? By a
8
Buddhist
tricks.
master, 8 mind things by a
mind
Buddhist
tricks.
master, and one of them was you can't feel resentment and gratitude at the same time. So whenever
That's
you
true.
feel resentful, be grateful for something.
Yeah.
And that will take over your thinking. Something to that effect. And
Mhm.
so
You almost sounded like a Buddhist monk when you were telling us that. Then he did.
I could kind of see it.
Yeah, a little bit. He had that vibe going on.
Well, you can train your mind. There's no doubt you can train your mind.
And retrain it, and we have to do that in the recovery, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, we've trained it negatively for so long, and with the things that we were doing, I mean, we were in training, right? We were researching and training. I call it for the dark side. You can call it whatever you want, but we had to train to do things,
Yeah, exactly.
and get good at it, and it was all negative stuff. So to just come in and think that you're going to snap your finger and everything's going to be ponies and myspace.com and rainbows, you know what I mean?
You have to.
You're fooling yourself. You set yourself up for a for a fall, maybe, so just take your time. If you're listening out there too, also that's a good suggestion right there. Just take your time and retrain. It's going to take practice, right?
You have to be patient. You
Yeah.
do have to be patient. I sometimes I would get resentful because I would see other people getting the gifts of recovery
Yeah.
before me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he's only been in recovery for 8 months, and he's got an automobile, and he's got a great job, and now he's getting a girlfriend, and I was still walking to work, washing dishes, and like I said, my license was suspended for 3 years. I just got it back, which they talk about gratitude.
Yeah, man. I know, because what freedom comes with that too, man. It's just, dude, I know that feeling. It took me 40 years before I had one, 40 plus years before I had my first license. So I know that. Yeah, dude, I was in the back end of my 40s with a learner's permit. Bro, I know the feeling you're talking about right now.
Right.
Yeah, they threw a freaking like a party at DMV when this thing just was like an amazement party. Like, dude, yeah, man. I got about 14, 15 driving on a suspended. It's habitual offender for driving on a suspended. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. When I used to get pulled over, it was automatic year. Like, and none of that stuff worked for me either. Like that Moorish law stuff. Like, I would be like, man, I'm traveling. I ain't driving. I mean, we ain't trying to hear that.
Right.
Get out and put your hands on your back.
I did not.
Yeah. That didn't work from that sovereign citizenship.
I was
No,
just thinking that.
no.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that didn't work for me. Yeah, so man, but I know, and you know what, Terry, you bring up an interesting point too, because I heard this in early recovery too somewhere, but I've heard it in other places too. You don't compare what you're going through with what other people, what's happening for others, right? That's so you never want to compare yourself to anybody. I say I kick this to people in early recovery too. Like this isn't a sprint. This is a marathon. One person might get there quicker. You don't know the plans that your higher power or God or whatever you choose to believe in has in store for you. You might need to get it a little slower, and it might, and it's paying off for you now. So everything in that timing, no rushes here. Like if anybody out there is listening, I mean, Terry, he did pretty much the same routine for 2 years, and now relatively speaking, like I can see we're at the start, like you're in your first week or 2 weeks, like 2 years can seem like an eternity. You know what I mean?
Yes, it can.
But it goes by, man.
It goes by. I mean, your life is going on in the meantime.
Yeah.
It wasn't all just, walking to work,
trudging it
away. I was learning about myself. I was working on my recovery, and I was feeling better.
Yeah.
Constantly feeling better mentally and physically as time went by.
You were healing, man.
It takes a long time to get that right.
Especially when you do a lot of damage over a long period of time. That's another thing people need to remember. You're not going to be able to heal your brain and your body or your spirit overnight. It's going to take some time.
Yeah, it takes some time, man. We didn't break our spirits and poison our minds and our bodies in 1 day, 2 days, 3. I mean, some of us spent years out there.
A little while. It took a little while.
Yeah, it took a little while. I mean, we really pickled this thing up.
We took an effort to
yeah,
it,
we put the effort in.
Yeah,
I mean, we did what we had to do. But the good thing, and the amazing thing about the human body and the mind is it's resilient. It will heal. It will heal itself. But like Terry says, man, we got to give it time, man. We got to be patient. We got to practice some patience. I know you'll have your little flare ups, but just as long as, in my mind, Terry, and just thinking about you, is if you keep committed and persevering through that, a desired outcome is going to happen eventually. But you got to stay in the game, though.
Absolutely. And you do, I really dislike cliches, but it's so true. You do the next right thing, and the next right thing or the next good thing happens. You keep on plugging along, and the next gift of recovery comes. I never went without, though. Even when I was jobless and depressed, I never went without. I always had food. I smoke.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I still smoke.
You still can't let them go.
I would run out of money, and I'd be like, I'm going to have to bump cigarettes off of people when somebody come along and say, hey, can you help me unload this truck for $20?
Yeah.
And I would make $20. And that's how I did it for a while, $20 at a time, $50 at a time.
Yeah.
And I always had what I needed, never went without.
Yeah, Terry, man, I relate to your story so much because in early recovery, like I didn't need a lot. You know what I mean? Like if I had every once in a while, I got to get a Wawa
right.
A smoothie, you know
Yep,
what I mean?
yep.
And had a little vape, like I just didn't need a lot. I was so much, I wouldn't say, the ups and the downs of it, but I was just so excited to be doing something new, not that saying that every day was exciting, but everything that seemed probably mundane or boring or regular to people, like it was all new to me, like all the things, like enjoying life without substances, man. I was getting like major endorphin rush off this thing,
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy now in my recovery and very happy with where I am. It does take time, but I'm still arriving.
Yeah.
Like John likes to say, the gifts of recovery, you can only get so high on a drug. But
Yeah.
the gifts of recovery keep coming.
Yeah,
better
man.
and better and better.
Yeah, and keep learning and learning and learning. There's always more stuff to find out, right? It's always
Absolutely.
another place, another avenue you can take this. So after the first, good words, Terry, man. This is really good so far. I I knew it was going to be. You're just like, you're a Buddhist monk and an Amish too.
We knew it was coming.
Yeah,
that's a rare breed.
Yeah, it's a rare breed. It's a lot going on there, man. A lot of knowledge being spit right now. Yeah, man.
You flatter me.
Yeah, I do that.
Well, I
man.
can be philosophical.
Yeah, you are very philosophical, man. Very, very. What's a word? Give me another word that he's being right now. He's very
contemplative,
highbrow, contemplative. Yeah, thoughtful, insightful.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of words to describe.
You get a perspective after going through things like that.
Yeah, man. Got a lot of wisdom.
Well, I am 62 years old.
Yeah, wisdom. 62.
I am 62.
You don't look a day
old.
over 72, man. Don't worry about it, man. You're doing good.
55 all the time.
Yeah, you're doing good, man. So after the first 2 years, and you're getting into the third year, what got you interested, man? Because I want to highlight it. You got the shirt on. You know what I mean? You're a participant for a long time, man.
I got the opportunity to be house leader.
Yeah.
I believe came first. That was my first leadership opportunity.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity became available to answer the phones and work the front desk. And I took that opportunity. So 2 days a week for a full-time day, 8-hour day, I answered the phones at the front desk and did the receptionist job. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And so it was then I became a peer leader. And I was like, I've always tried to be humble in my life.
Yeah.
Even when I was in active addiction, and being arrogant sometimes, I still always try to be humble. But they were like, you're a leader now. You have to set an example. You have to conduct yourself a certain way, and you have to hold other people to certain standards. And that was kind of hard for me. But I did it. I didn't want to get a big head and say, hey, do this and do that, and don't do this, don't do that. But I took that seriously. Because they put trust in me.
Yeah. Whenever you get put in a position like that, you could say that it makes you tighten your game up too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So I did that for a number of months, and then the PRS class became available, and I took the PRS class, and then it came time to where I said, I want to do an internship. and I'm going to quit my job. If they offer me an internship, I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to be a full-time intern.
Just turn your back right on Mission Barbecue, dog.
I put in
He did his service.
The one place that gave you an opportunity. You just turned your back right on. Sorry, Mission.
Sorry.
Mission Barbecue is always happy to see somebody progress.
Yeah.
They promote people from within, and they're always happy to see people go back to college or get a better job, doing something different. They encourage that.
Oh man, you're making me want to really go spend some money on a salmon from Mission
I
Barbecue.
think we should.
I mean, I didn't think they could get no better, and here Terry comes.
You know,
he makes them better.
Yeah.
Man, you know,
I did put in my 2 weeks notice, and
you did it the right way.
Yeah, I did it the right way, and I worked out my 2 weeks, but it ended on a Monday, and I said, I went to my boss. I said, I'd rather end my last shift this Sunday and not work the Monday. I want to start my internship on a Monday. I don't want to have to, And he said, well, you should have put your notice in sooner.
Heck yeah. Cut you no breaks. You turn your back on us.
He did.
You'll work this Monday.
He did. And he did it deadpan, straight face. And I said, are you freaking kidding me? But no, they let me work that Sunday, and they found somebody to work my shift that Monday.
Yeah, I mean, and you ended up interning, and I seen that whole thing. You sat with me some. You sat with a lot of staff members. You really soaked up everything you needed to soak up. And just one of my favorite. Well, I can't say that. I don't have a favorite. But you were like, you were like.
You spoke at the jail for us a couple times.
Dude, man. During your intern, you know what you did. You maximized your time as an intern, right? You did all the things. You rode all the rides.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I like to learn. I love to learn, and I saw it as an opportunity to learn and grow. So yeah. I embraced it, and I think I did well at it. I got some good feedback, and obviously,
yeah. And don't spoil the surprise, Terry. I'm going to get there. Slow down. We're going to get there. What?
Gotta get the fireworks ready.
Yeah, got to get the fireworks. Let me build you up, dog. I am going to build you. I'm going to get us there.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm driving the 72 Cadillac with ashtrays and lighters in it, player.
That's right. Like 2 couches on wheels.
Yeah, man, just floating. We're gonna get there, though.
My apologies.
No need to apologize. Okay. What kind of through your internship, and I seen you in, you got your peer load, you were checking in with people, and you have a heart for this, you had a desire to, that. So I'm thinking once you became a peer leader, working the phones and everything, the PRS class looked attractive to you. You just like, you saw that you had a desire to help the next man out.
Absolutely. I didn't set my sights on being some great peer recovery specialist or some guru of recovery. I just know that I wanted to help people.
Yeah.
That the mission was to help people. And I was in a helping field before. And so I was practiced at helping people. I just had to learn how to do it the right way in recovery. Yeah. And not enable people or do for people, but empower people.
Empower people, yeah, man. Yeah, you're right on cue. And Terry, I don't think there is like a guru or recovery. I think like a person that is really working in this field for the right reasons is exactly what you said. It's a person with the desire to empower the next man, or be a light for the next man, or show some hope, things like that. So I think you're right on target with that, Steve. I mean, you probably have similar feelings about this.
Yeah, we all have like an equal portion of this wisdom here.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You're right on point with it. That's exactly what we're all trying to do in this field. We're doing it for the right reasons, man. Help the next person out, because we know through personal experience that you don't have to, you can do something about this disorder, right? You don't have to suffer with it until the ultimate consequences, right? You don't have to continue to be incarcerated. And we're going out into a lot of jails and prisons. This podcast will eventually make it to it. 1 million tablets we're on. People are getting this content for free, and you can, when you're a person in this field, right? Because you've been through all these things, but that you don't have to be incarcerated. You don't have to stay out there eating mystery beans with no lights on, right? Because there's
Mystery
somebody in
beings
that
in the dark.
situation right now, and probably without being able to see a way out of it, right? But there is a way out of it. So once you've been through the fire, and you found a way out of it, you want to pass that along,
Right.
Yeah, you want to pass that along. So like I understand that frame of mind all the way, Terry. That's a good way to approach it. That's the way to approach it, in my opinion, though. I don't know everything. Do I see? I know just about.
We
but-
don't know everything.
yeah,
We're trying.
yeah,
we're
we're trying, man. We're trying humbly, like Terry. Humbly,
Yes.
humbly, like Terry. Yeah. Conversely, like I never was humble. Like I have to work on that all the time. Very arrogant. Very, very, very egotistical.
While you're eating the beans.
Yeah, while I'm eating
Yeah, I hear you.
the mystery beans,
Oh, my
bro.
goodness.
Yeah, Terry. So you had that desire. You took the PRS class, man. You intern. I watched you intern, Terry. Like I'm gonna totally. This is a highlight right here. I'm gonna highlight you. Like you jumped in head first. You maximized your time. It was a joy, like working with you. During internship. Terry worked in admissions. An intern with me in admissions, and he was my go-to guy. Still is, and a lot of times, man. I can't think of a better first person to meet your first day in recovery
Oh, absolutely.
than Terry, man. Like you're just mildly and coolly, in this Buddhist manner,
Oh, my
guiding you
goodness.
through your first
I'm flattered.
hours in recovery. Man, it's awesome, bro. It's
I
been
am
awesome to
turning
watch.
red.
Yeah, because you got a very calming presence, So the bulk of what you did in your internship with us in the admissions team at McShin Foundation was like, it was awesome. The right guy for the job,
I
right
loved it.
time, right guy.
It was an honor.
Yeah, man, you really made that transition from somebody coming in, off the streets, or from incarceration, or from the hospital. Have you seen like all fashions of people coming in, and just with your calming voice, getting them through there, man, that's probably, settles somebody in such a way to make them comfortable, because coming in first, just like I was coming in first, you're all over the place. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on. You don't know what it's going to be like.
Right.
And just having a common presence, man, right man for the job. It was a honor working with you and through your internship, man.
Oh, thank you.
And giving whatever little pieces we could here and there. Shoot, you taught us stuff too. That perseverance piece is definitely true in your life. You showed up every day. You've stayed late with me a couple times. Terry, it must be his military background.
That could be part of it.
Yeah, we're going to get this job done. You're daggone right. Yeah. Heck yeah, man. And so, and Terry, you're welcome, Terry. And Terry did such a great job at his internship that he was actually offered a position. Tell us a little bit about that and just your overall feelings when that happened, man.
I was honored, is all I can say. I didn't really see it coming. I thought that there might be an opportunity. I was gonna move to be with family in Tennessee. My sister in Tennessee, my dear sister, who is a great light of my life and a great encouragement to me and always supported me, died of pancreatic cancer.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Terry.
Yeah, it was not. We didn't see it coming. She contracted it and expired in 2 months. And so I was going to move down there to be with my nieces and my brother-in-law, who basically raised me after my parents passed away. And the opportunity came to stay here and be with my recovery people. I'm sorry, I'm tearing up a little bit.
It's okay.
I forget what I forget the
you got
question.
offered the opportunity. We're going over like the feelings you had when you got.
Oh yeah,
Because I remember you had your bags packed. You were going home to family, and Terry, I remember during your internship, you said, like I want to learn everything I can learn, and I want to take it back to my community, which was in Tennessee.
correct.
You were because it's an underserved community where you come
Correct.
from, and I come across these all the time in my travels. Underserved communities. Some of the jails that we're in are in underserved communities, and man, they're thirsty for recovery down there. They want
Absolutely.
options and resources, and And so when I hear something like that, and I've heard this before, and I know people that have came through recovery and gone back to their communities and brought recovery to their communities. Duck comes to mind, James Funkhauser,
right.
man, in the RSW area. I mean, now people from that area have a safe place to go and seek their recovery and continue their recovery journeys. So I love that idea. So your bags were packed and you had things like that on your mind, and you had your family, and they had just gone through that, the crisis with,
my
the
sister,
loss,
yes,
the
the
loss,
loss
not
of
the
my
crisis.
sister,
Sorry about
yes,
that. The
was,
loss,
was
yeah.
devastating.
Yeah. And you wanted to be there. You wanted to support family,
I did.
but you got offered an opportunity
And I realized that I didn't have a network set up down there. I knew I wanted to help people down there, but I didn't know how I was going to go about it. And I realized that I might be ill-equipped, that I might be jumping the gun.
yeah.
That I wasn't prepared, and that my network was here. And here was this opportunity to learn more,
Yeah.
and to network more, and to hone my skills. And so I decided it would be wiser to stay, and develop more in the field and in my recovery, and then maybe take it to Tennessee.
Yeah, and then just even go down there even stronger, or you never know where the winds of fate might take you.
No,
you
never know. You never know.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong with sticking with your recovery community and learning more.
Right,
I haven't heard anything bad about that at all.
Seen the opposite though. Too many people go out too quick.
Yeah, you set yourself up for failure, ill prepared, and then things don't turn out the way they do, and then you painted yourself in a situation.
Right.
Yeah, so the wisdom of that and the thinking it through, Terry. I mean, just that you did that much shows that recovery works. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that I can actually think and plan and critically think and realize that right choices need to be made, and sometimes that might not even be the choice that you think you want, but it's the better choice.
Yeah, and that's a good piece, just recovery related too. We've spent our life talking about retraining the brain, making bad decisions.
Impulsive decisions.
Yeah, impulsive decisions, neuroplasticity, and all the things, all the words, right? But now we don't have to do that. We don't have to rush into any situations that might, get us into a position where we're, going backwards, or staying stagnant, and then now, and that's a perfect way to put it too, Terry. Really pause before you make a big life decision, weigh out all your options, and then, after you made that decision, you can look back and see, maybe I might have been setting myself up for something, but you decided to stay. What'd you get? What's your position?
I'm on the judicial team. I'm still waiting for clearance to go into the jails, and if all goes well, I'll be spreading the good news of recovery into the jails.
Yeah, man, I love that, and I think you'd be awesome in the jails, Terry. You bring that Buddhist monk flavor to the jails; they'll love you in there, man.
They will.
Anybody that decides to do that is very near and dear to my heart. Judicial services, it's a part of my story. I go in the jails. It's a very fulfilling thing to do, man, giving service to underserved population. You could be the first person that someone ever hears anything about recovery from, or that even cares to, come in and give that message of hope to them, man. It's sometimes incarceration can be a very hopeless situation, and then you have all the other things on top of it. Like, what am I going to do when I get out? And what is this going to happen? What is this? So it's so much angst, anxiety, depression, and all the things in there, so anybody that chooses to take that on and go into the jails, man, I applaud them big time, man. I think you're an awesome addition, and you'll be great for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Terry.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping I can live up to these expectations. All I know is my story, and I've told my story in jail, and I've told my story in groups, in recovery groups, and people seem to like my story. I always get positive feedback.
And Terry. I mean, it's the only expectation is exactly what you just said. That's all. And that's the only. There's bring a message of hope. That's it. And you do that. It's not an overstated expectation at all. You just be you. That's it, man. Yeah, man. I think you can do
that.
Yeah, I think you can do that. Just be you.
I've learned to do that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
that's all the heck I do. And I'll tell you something about it too. that particular judicial population, they know when you're being fake. So if you are not being anything but you, it's going to be discovered pretty quickly, man. Not to scare you or anything like that. It's going to be all right. It's like awesome. But just as an outsider looking in, Terry, I think you would be a great addition.
Well, thank you.
Of course, you don't know because you haven't experienced that part of your job yet. And God willing, you will, man. And then you'll find out, like, man, I love this. I have a desire because you have the key ingredient. You want to spread the message of hope. You want to help the next man out.
Absolutely.
That is a fertile ground right there, man. It is. And I love being a part of it. I think you will too, Terry, man. So, Terry, I just wanted to bring you up here today, man. Holiday season, I wanted to get a message of hope. I think Terry gave a message of hope
I think so,
to our listeners, man. We want to get this out around Christmas. I mean, Steve is just the best engineer ever. So I think it's a task that he could accomplish if he wanted to.
I think it could be done.
The whole thing has to be if Steve wants to, if Steve wants to, because this was a flawless podcast because of Terry's, wisdom.
Oh yeah.
So there's not a lot of editing that has
like
to go on here.
If you're grilling with fine materials.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You don't have to do a lot of chopping or seasoning,
Just don't burn it.
Don't burn it. Seasoning's already on there, man. And we made it to the end of this thing, man. And Terry didn't curse one time. He almost did. But he caught himself.
I'm really impressed. Actually.
Yeah, he said frickin', and I haven't heard frickin' since the 80s, since I was in, that 72 Cadillac with the ashtrays and the lighter, that hot lighter that always burns you, and you had to drop it on the floor. Then you almost have to wreck to find the thing. Yeah, man.
It stops working.
Yeah, we didn't wreck the Cadillac. Yeah. That's really man. But back then they had this thing called matches too, and 7-Eleven gave them for free.
Matches,
yeah, man, it's just the good old days. And they say nothing is free in this world.
Right,
7-Eleven matches were free. Yeah, right there. That pulled them knobs.
Yes.
Yeah, them knobs, man.
Yeah, I had an old LTD. I forget what year it was, 70 something Ford LTD.
Man.
Yeah,
it's like driving a living room.
Yeah, driving a living room. Full
Makes
apartment.
you think of that B-52 song.
Highway, man.
Yes.
Got me a car. It seats about 20.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, Terry, man. So before we wrap it up, man, and Terry's gone. He's on the Judicial Services team, man. We want to highlight him. He's still down there meeting newcomers right when they come in the door, people to come to recovery. He's always on the first floor. He's down there in the trenches with us, man.
Love it.
Yeah, man, and it shows too, man. Terry does have this thing where he can just fall asleep anywhere, though.
I wish I had that.
Yeah, I do too, man. It's like
the opposite. I can stay awake anywhere.
Yeah, it's like some hybrid form of narcolepsy or something. I'm always questioning him what he's got in his sandwiches, man.
He's becoming one with the universe.
Yeah, it's no more mystery cans of beans for Terry no more. He's eating that put you to sleep turkey every day, bro.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do eat well.
Yeah, he's eating good in the neighborhood, man.
I do eat well.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Terry's doing big things, man. But before we wrap it up, old Terry, is there people are gonna hear this? It's going into the jails, man, and we're gonna put this out. And to anybody that's still out there sick and suffering, struggling with the substance use disorder, or they might be on the end of their bunk right now, incarcerated right now, still going through that struggle, that kind of period of their life, and they have the tablet in their hand right now, man. Terry, anything about your journey, any hopeful words of inspiration?
Well, absolutely. I've only been to jail twice, and each time it was only for 40 days, but I'll never forget the feeling of powerlessness and helplessness and hopelessness when they shut that door behind you. Know that there is hope. You can have a better life, no doubt. You can quit using drugs. You can lose a desire to use drugs and find a better way to live and be happy. Today I am happy. I've lost a desire to use drugs. Of course, the disease still creeps into my mind and tells me this and tells me that, but I basically am able to fight those demons off and think positively. And I've lost a desire to use drugs, and I seek a better way of life each day, and I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Yeah. Oh man, that was really good.
That's good stuff.
I think he is a Buddhist. Man.
I think so.
Yeah, through the process of recovery, man, he's learned how to fight them demons off, those thoughts in your head, man. You're prepared. You have some tools for when they pop
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
My favorite tool is playing out the tape. And there's another thing. It may sound cliche, but you have to play out the tape. What's going to happen if I do A? I'm
Yeah.
going to get B, C, D, and E, and it's all going to.
Yeah, well, these things are cliche for a reason.
Yeah, 'cause
Well, that's true. I've been
Consistent.
using the word cliche, but
But you get
listen,
used
it's
to
not
it.
cliche. These are fundamentals of,
yeah,
of recovery.
they're just tools.
They're good,
man.
solid
Yeah,
fundamentals.
they should be repeated and repeated and repeated
Amen.
again.
Amen.
Like we said, we got to train. We train and retrain.
You will
And we
train
do that
you
through
will hydrate.
repetition, man. Terry, man, thank you, man. Those were good words for anybody out there listening. Anybody that needs some services, man, do what Terry did. You know what I mean? Give up the house with no lights in it. You're boiling water. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're eating mystery beans. You know what I
Collecting
mean?
rainwater in a can.
You can't deliver your pizzas no more because the cars broke down. You know what I mean?
And the license is gone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, and the candles. I had to make
Oh,
a decision.
God.
I get
Yeah.
$30 worth of heroin or $20 worth of heroin and $10 worth of candles because we had to heat and light the place.
Oh yeah, well I steal the candles 10 times out of 10. You Steve.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm not even worried about that.
Right.
Yeah, but dang, Terry still had like some kind of moral compass out there.
Still
man.
trying.
No,
Humble
Terry
and had a
hates-
moral compass.
Right.
Terry hated jail. Terry was very afraid of jail.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, like going off the the monk and Terry, did you hear the number of days that he was locked up each day? 40
40
days
days.
and 40 nights.
Yes,
I mean, this
yes.
is a deep dude.
Very deep, yeah.
Still waters run deep. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
Well,
right.
thank you, Terry, man, for joining us, and anybody that's out
Thank
there
you.
listening, man. Terry made a decision, Steve's made a decision, I made a decision, and one thing that's becoming cliche to me because I keep saying it, and I've said it on the last couple of podcasts. Like this is one case where I can say that the grass is greener on the other side, man.
So much.
Yeah, and look, you
Absolutely.
don't even have to get to the point of eating mystery beans or anything like that. You can catch it early. If you do that, hey, come to recovery. If you're at that point, if you're past that point, you don't even have the mystery beans. Reach out to the McShin Foundation, man. Steve's got the ticker tape going under every video. If you see it, hear it, what do you got to lose? Try something new because you can find a new way to live. I love it, Terry. And 1, 2, 3, let's say peace to the people.
Peace.